You got an open space 990 feet below grade, right? There's a void down the well. You got to affirm whether there or not it is a tunnel, and the only way to learn that is to pull the core exactly matter, get us some core time to find some treasure if we were to encounter it. So what we seeing is a high density anomaly sitting approximately 85 feet southwest of the garden shaft, about 230 feet below the surface of the money pit. It's significant. In the heart of the mysterious saga that is Oak Island lies a recent revelation that has stirred both excitement and speculation among enthusiasts and researchers. Situated within the murky depths of the island's swampy train, a team armed with cutting EDG technology and historical insights has unearthed a discovery that could rewrite the island's story past. The implications of this find, coupled with the analysis of Dran Spooner, a geologist integral to the team, raise compelling questions about the island's history and the potential connections to ancient societies like the Knights Templar. As the excavation delves deeper, each layer of earth reveals not only artifacts but also the terrifying implications of disturbing the island's secrets. So what was discovered in Oak Island, and what are its implications in the mysterious saga of Oak Island, a small wooded land off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada? Each discovery potentially brings us closer to unraveling centuries-old mysteries known for its legendary treasure hunt. The island has captivated the imaginations of adventurers and historians alike. This is not what I expected to see in how clear the interact is and how orderly the stones look, as if they're placed. I've always thought the swamp held some sort of information, or maybe not everything but something. I mean, it's just very strange. It shouldn't be that the latest finding in this ongoing treasure hunt is not only significant but also seems to align mysteriously with past predictions and theories regarding the island's secrets. The discovery occurred in a particularly marshy area of their swamp, a place often overlooked. Oak, due to its inhospitable and treacherous nature. What did you see? Record is that anything good? This part of the island is in thick fog and dense vegetation, creating a haunting atmosphere that seems almost protective of the secrets it might hold. It was here that the OINT team, armed with modern technology and historical maps, unearthed something unexpected, a significant boulder of this world. At first glance seemingly just another part of the natural landscape, soon proved to be anything but ordinary. As the excavation progressed, it became clear that this was no mere stone but a mark or key to something greater. Positioned at a strategic point, the boulder's location suggested manipulation by past visitors to the island. Its significance was underscored by its proximity to Nolan's Cross, a series of stones arranged in a cross formation that has been a focal point of numerous theories about the island. Try and pick that up. Oh, I think he is. If Nolan's Cross is real from a standpoint that it was constructed by people, that is a giant thing to me. The alignment of this new boulder with such an important landmark hinted at a deliberate placement, possibly marking a site of importance or leading the way to a hidden cache. The implications of this were further boosted by the predictions of John Edwards, a researcher who has spent years studying the island's history and its various legends. Edwards had previously highlighted this area of the swamp as being of potential significance, not due to visible markers but based on its alignment with Nolan's Cross and other known landmarks on the island. According to Edwards, the geometric positioning of these landmarks might not only be by chance, still it could indeed be part of a much larger, more complex map or clue system left by those who originally hid the treasures on Oak Island. Edwards's theories have often leaned towards the involvement of historical societies such as the Knight Templar, suggesting that the island may have served as a repository or hiding place for their artifacts and treasures. We got lucky. What, you got a bone? Oh yes. What kind of bone is that? I have no idea. It looks like a kind of knuckle bone. Would you say the alignment of the newly discovered boulder with Nolan's Cross could be seen as supporting this theory, indicating a deliberate attempt to create an enduring signpost using lasting materials and methods known to those ancient visitors to the island? This discovery raises several fascinating questions. Was the boulder placed there as part of a larger, more complex puzzle? What purpose did it serve, and most importantly, could it be pointing the way to the fabled treasure of Oak Island? These questions are what drive the Oak Island team and their supporters to keep digging, researching and piecing together the fragments of history scattered across this mysterious island. The excavation process began with a careful survey of the areas surrounding the significant boulder. Given the swampy terrain, the team employed specialized excavation equipment designed to handle the challenging environment without disturbing the potentially fragile artifacts hidden below. The primary goal was to determine whether the boulder was simply a natural feature or part of a larger artificial structure. As the top player of Mud and Water was clear, the team's efforts were directed at delicately removing the earth around the boulder. This task was approached with precision and patience, as each scoop of soil could potentially reveal clues about the site's history. Excavation soon uncovered a stone formation beneath the boulder, suggesting that it was not merely placed there by natural forces but was part of a deliberate construction. The revelation of the stone formation was a significant moment, indicating that human hands could have engineered the area. The arrangement and cut of the stones hinted at a sophistication that was unexpected in such a primitive environment. This find alone would have been a noteworthy addition to the island's story, but further excavation revealed even more. Beneath the stone formation, the team discovered a wooden layer consisting of several planks and beams, so maybe it suggests that people clear this section off. Why these wooden artifacts were remarkably well preserved, likely due to the anaerobic conditions of the swamp that prevented decay. The presence of wood in this context strongly suggested human activity. It was likely that such materials would have been positioned so strategically deep in a swamp with a purposeful effort. The excavation continued beyond unearthing the wooden layer. Among the wood, other artifacts began to emerge, each adding a piece to the historical puzzle of Oak Island. Metal fastenings and what appeared to be hand-forged nails were found along with the wooden beams, indicating the possible remains of a structure or perhaps even a chest. The style and oxidation of the metal pieces suggested they were centuries old, potentially dating back to the periods associated with the legendary activities of the Knights Templar or even earlier settlers. As their team dug deep, they uncovered a variety of smaller artifacts that painted a vivid picture of human presence on the island. Ceramic shards, possibly from pottery or containers, were found alongside the wooden and stone structures. Each of these items was carefully cataloged and preserved for further analysis, with the hope that they might reveal more about the origins and purposes of the site. The discovery of these artifacts in such a configuration points to a significant conclusion. The site was almost certainly modified and used by people who had a specific purpose in mind, whether it was to hide something valuable such as part of the fabled treasure or to mark a sacred or significant site remains a topic of intense speculation and investigation. The quest to solve the mysteries of Oak Island is filled with complex clues and various theories. Among these, geological analysis stands as a critical component, helping to differentiate natural formations from those potentially altered or created by human hands. Oh yeah, it's a big clue. Dr. Ian Spooner, a geologist integral to the Oak Island team, plays a crucial role in this scientific endeavor, particularly following the recent fascinating finds in the swamp. Dr. Spooner's involvement began shortly after the discovery of a significant boulder and an underlying stone formation near Nolan's Cross, areas of interest that have long been speculated to hold keys to the island's legendary treasures. His primary task was to analyze these features carefully to determine their origins, whether they were mere products of natural geological processes or evidence of historical human activity. Using a variety of scientific techniques including sediment core sampling and stratigraph analysis, Spoo was able to gather data on the soil composition and layering around the discovered features. By examining the stratification layers of soil deposited over time, Dr. Spooner could identify any anomalies that would suggest human intervention. For instance, irregular soil layers or non-native materials would be indicative of historic digging or construction. Moreover, radiocarbon dating played a crucial role in his analysis, particularly concerning the wooden artifacts found beneath the stone formation. By determining the age of these materials, Dr. Spooner could provide a timeline that not only aids in understanding when these items were placed but also correlates this timeline with NN historical events or activities on the island. The findings from the swamp have potentially far-reaching implications, particularly relating to the historical theories surrounding Oak Island. Oh yeah, you can see it squirting up like a geyser here. St where I am. Oh yeah, one of the most persistent and captivating of these theories involves the Knights Templar, the medieval order thought by some to have hidden sacred artifacts and treasures on the island. The alignment of the boulder and the nature of the stone formation beneath it, as analyzed by Dr. Spooner, offer tantalizing hints that may support this theory. The geographical alignment with Nolan's Cross is particularly significant. This arrangement of stones, believed by some to be created by the Templars as a form of sacred geometry, might indicate that the newly discovered features are part of a larger, more complex map or hiding system devised by the Templars. If the carbon dating of the wooden materials aligns with the historical timeline of the Templars' known activity in North America, this could provide substantive support to the claims of their involvement on Oy. And moreover, the nature of the artifacts, wooden structures possibly used in construction or containment, and metal fastenings typical of medieval craftsmanship, lends further credence to the hypothesis of a Templar connection. Such evidence suggests that whoever left these items had a profound reason for their placement, possibly to mark or protect something of considerable value. Additionally, the findings may also tie into other historical figures and events linked to the island. Previous excavations and his historical records suggest that individuals from various periods ranging from early European explorers to colonial settlers might have used the island for similar purposes. Each group could have contributed to the legacy of artifacts, modifying earlier works or adding new layers to the island's historical tapestry. My issue is, if this was just dumped by GL or something like that, it would be piles. It would be a little less horizontal. Dr. Spooner's geological analysis not only helps decode the physical evidence found but also enriches the narrative thread that connects Oakland's present explorations with its mysterious past. Each piece of annuled evidence serves as a bridge between the tangible and the speculative, providing a more grounded understanding of what might have occurred on this mysterious island. As the excavation on Oak Island continues, each layer of earth turned reveals more than just soil and stone. It exposes new mysteries and deepens the mystery surrounding this small wooded island off the coast of Nova Scotia. The latest discoveries, a circular group of rocks and a large, unusually shaped log, have not only piqued the curiosity of treasure hunters and historians alike but have also complicated the narrative of what might truly lie beneath the island's surface. The circular rock formation in particular stands out due to its symmetry and precision. Such formations are typically found in natural settings with human intervention, suggesting that this could have been a constructed feature. The arrangement of the rocks might indicate a well storage pit or even a foundation for structure, all of which point to human activity and possibly deliberate concealment or marking of something significant. The large log found nearby adds another layer of mystique. It was described as unusually straight and shaped, characteristics that suggest human tools shaped it. This log could have served multiple purposes: as part of a structure, makeshift bridge, or even as a lever or support for moving heavier objects. The presence of these artifacts together in close proximity suggests a site that was utilized for specific purposes, possibly related to the activities that led to the creation of Nolan's Cross and other mysterious features on the island. Speculating on the possible constructions these features represent opens a wide range of historical and treasure hunting implications. The circular rock formation, for instance, could be the remains of a storage pit used to keep items cool or hidden. Given the island's history with treasure tales, it is tempting to imagine that such a formation could have been used to store valuable items temporarily or to hide them from enemy sight. Alternatively, the large log's potential use as a structural support or tool also implies a high level of activity in this area. They pull the big boat up, yep, they'd unload their goods, yeah, and they could have built other structures as well, yep, okay. If the log was used as part of a building or other large construction, it could mean that there was once a permanent settlement or operation based on the island. This theory aligns with the idea that Oak is land was a hub of activity visited by various groups over the centuries, each leaving behind traces of their presence. The engineering behind these constructions suggests advanced knowledge of building techniques and a clear intention to create lasting structures. The precise arrangement of the stones in the circular formation and the deliberate shaping of the log indicates a level of sophistication that is not typically associated with casual visitors. This implies that the builders were either skilled laborers or had access to skilled laborers who could carry out such tasks efficiently. The purpose behind these constructions remains a matter of conjecture, but they undoubtedly serve as pieces of a larger puzzle. Whether these features were part of efforts to hide treasures, protect valuable assets, or sustain a living environment on the island, they add compelling dimensions to the Oak Island mystery. The recent discoveries of potentially ancient artificial structures not only deepen their island's mystery but also carry terrifying implications. These implications stem not just from the nature of the findings themselves but from the stored past of the island, reputed to be cursed and filled with danger. The idea of uncovering ancient artificial structures on an island as stored as Oak Island is inherently thrilling. However, the thrill is mingled with terror due to the island's long history of tragic incidents and mysterious disappearances associated with its legendary curse. This is part of the flood tunnel system. Then we have intercepted the hydraulic connection to the money pit. That's huge. The curse of Oak Island, as Focal suggests, claims that 7 men will die in search of the treasure before it is found. To date, 6 treasure seekers have lost their lives to various accidents and mishaps, lending a grim weight to the legend. The discovery of structures that could date back to the times of the Knights Templar or earlier settlers evokes a sense of tampering with history, of disturbing elements that were perhaps meant to remain high. And there is an unsettling realization that these structures were not meant to be found and that their discovery could trigger unforeseen consequences. The legends of past tragedies linked to treasure seekers who came too close to unraveling the island's secrets serve as a stark reminder of the dangers that might still lurk beneath its surface. The physical dangers of the site are as real and immediate as the legendary ones. Ed Island's terrain is fraught with natural hazards including quicksand, HHS and collapsing pits. The swampy areas where many of the fascinating finds have been made are particularly dangerous. The ground is unstable and treacherous, capable of swallowing up equipment and potentially harming those who tread unwarily. Moreover, the extensive excavation operations necessary to uncover deeper secrets can destabilize the already unreliable underground structures, leading to sudden collapses that could trap or injure the treasure hunters. Historically, the island has been a challenging environment for those who seek its hidden treasures. Beyond the physical dangers are the alleged curses and supernatural elements said to guard the island's secrets. Whether one believes in the curse or not, the psychological impact of such legends cannot be underestimated. It adds an element of fear and caution to the explorations, as each step forward could proverbially and literally disturb spirits or mechanisms set in place to protect the treasures. Are possibly greenware because the slightly yellowish tinge to the glaze, the combination of challenging terrain, the potential instability of unearthed structures and the cursed legends create a uniquely difficult setting for the adventure, as each excavation must be carefully planned and executed with the highest safety measures in place, balancing the thrill of discovery against the very real dangers presented by the environment and the LW of the island. The terrifying implications of these discoveries also extend to the broader context of historical preservation and respect for the past. Unearthed Hinging ancient structures brings with it the responsibility to treat these findings with care, ensuring that they are preserved and studied in ways that respect their historical significance and the cultures they may represent. There is also an ethical dimension to consider, as disturbing these sites could be seen as a violation of the sanctity of people's past lives and activities. The search for treasure on Oak Island, steeped in centuries of mystery and legend, has evolved dramatically with the advent of modern technology. Today the tools and techniques at the disposal of the Oakland team are far more sophisticated, dated than those used by early treasure seekers, enhancing not only the efficiency but also the safety of their explorations. These technological advances have transformed the field of treasure hunting from a difficult, often fruitless endeavor into a systematic scientific pursuit that promises more significant findings and deeper insights into the island's mysterious past. The Oak Island team uses a range of advanced technologies that enable them to detect, excavate and analyze historical artifacts with unprecedented precision. One of the most impactful of these tools is ground-penetrating radar (GPR). GPR uses radio waves to probe beneath the Earth's surface, creating images of the underground structures without the need for excavation. We have some interesting anomalies in the data here. To me it looks like 5 meters down, 6-7 meters back, way back. This technology is invaluable in an environment like Oak Island, where the terrain is notoriously challenging and the risk of collapsing pits is significant. GPR allows the team to identify potential areas of interest and plan their digs more strategically, minimizing unnecessary disturbances to the site and focusing their efforts where they are most likely to yield results. Another critical tool in the Oak Island treasure hunter arsenal is carbon dating. This method of age determination is based on the decay rate of carbon-14, radioactive isotope of carbon found in organic materials. By measuring the remaining amount of carbon-14 in an artifact, scientists can estimate the time at which the organism and material came from was alive. This information is crucial for dating the artifacts found on Oak Island, helping to place them within a historical context and potentially link them to specific periods or events in history. The contrast between the technological approaches used today and the methods employed by past centuries treasure hunters. Historically, treasure hunting was largely a matter of guesswork, intuition, and often chic. Early diggers on Oak Island relied on primitive tools like shovels and PCKs with little to guide them beyond old maps and legends. They dug extensive pits and tunnels, helping to come across treasure but often encountering only the natural water traps that the island is known for, leading to dangerous floods and collapses. Today's scientific approach has grounded in the principles of geology, chemistry, history and physics, allow for much more targeted and informed search. Technologies like GPR and carbon dating are complemented by other sophisticated equipment such as drones for aerial surveys, 3D imaging for visualizing underground features, and sophisticated metal detectors that can differentiate between different types of metals at various depths. These tools collectively enable the Oak Island team to conduct their searches with a level of precision unimaginable to earlier treasure seekers. Moreover, the integration of these technologies with historical research and archival studies allows for a more holistic approach to treasure hunting. Modern treasure hunters can cross-reference data from scans and excavations with historical documents to piece together a more accurate and complete picture of the past. This interdisciplinary approach maximizes the chances of success and ensures that each finding is given its proper historical significance. As technology continues to advance, the future of treasure hunting looks increasingly promising. Techniques like light detection and ranging, which uses laser light to create high-resolution maps of land surfaces, and sophisticated data analytics which can predict the most likely locations of artifacts based on patterns found in existing data, are set to revolutionize the field further. These technologies will likely make treasure hunting faster, safer and more effective, potentially unlocking